Skeleton Crew Episode 5, titled You Have a Lot to Learn About Pirates, takes the crew to lost treasure in hopes of finding directions to Aden. And hot on their trail are the pirates and everyone's themes colliding once more. This is Star Wars Music Analysis.
Do it.
The episode begins back on Aten in one of the administrative offices. Giacchino sets a pulse of attacks in the strings that simply play on the beats, creating a very mechanical and clock-like pulsation, reflecting the mundane environment of the workplace. But he goes further to create a discomfort within this setting by having the strings pulsate back and forth at the interval of a major seventh, an interval that is full of dissonance and tension, as it's only a half step away from the octave, and therefore has a strong desire to resolve to that octave without him actually ever giving us that satisfaction of the resolution. The pulsation continues unrelentingly as Wim's dad talks with Neil's mother, and as he retrieves the access code. Giacchino also brings in tremolo glissandi occasionally to keep the texture fresh and continue bringing in new tension. One final low pulse humorously interjects as Wim's dad realizes he can't outsmart the security droid.
At the same time.
After that, we disappointingly jump immediately to space above at Akron. And I say disappointingly because I was hoping to hear more of the Troik's theme, but with them in the rearview mirror, that seems unlikely now. String tremolos enter as SM-33 is turned on to invoke the fear that he might attack again. But as Jod begins to talk about Tak Rened, an alto flute seems to bring in a new theme, but it may also be a variation of the pirate theme or something we've heard before and I'm just not remembering it. It's a little difficult to tell in such a soft and transparent instrument while Jod speaks over top.
Star systems. Tak Rened's the most infamous pirate the galaxy's ever known. For years he roamed.
But as SM-33 comically just stands up, proving that he could have done that at any point if he had wanted to, the pirate theme clearly enters in the strings before a climactic build to hyperspace. As SM-33 speaks of his old hideout, the bass clarinet humorously plays underneath. This allows Giacchino to transition the scene then as the music fades to the high strings, just as SM-33's voice fades and we find Wim in another room. As the conversation continues, Giacchino keeps light tension with soft string tremolos. But as Wim asks Jod about how he can use the Force if he isn't a Jedi, Jod's theme enters in the flute before trailing off.
If you're not really a Jedi, why'd you do that?
As they land on Lupa, Giacchino does a remarkable job of creating a sound world like that of John Williams in Empire Strikes Back on Cloud City, with the excited flailing of flutes underneath soaring high strings, but he does it while incorporating a new theme for the planet. This is a perfect example of taking from someone else and then creating something your own out of it. Once at the spa, soft harp music accompanies us as we even see a harpist at one point, serenading all of the spa guests.
By indulging each guest's unique proclivities.
Can't play a shanty on a harp.
As Jod, Neil, and Wim begin to flee in the spa, lively music enters to bring jovial energy to the scene with a 3-note motif. This same motif occurred during episode 3 as the crew escaped from the pirate spaceport, and so it immediately now connects itself to being chased or fleeing. I continue to love how Giacchino is fully immersed in the original Wagnerian approach to leitmotifs, and that they don't just belong to characters like we see in many films, but also emotions and situations that everything in the score can then connect to and tell the complete story.
Run!
The masterclass in this approach that Giacchino has been putting on has gone horribly unnoticed and underappreciated in my opinion, and I would love to hear all of your thoughts on it as well. As Fern finds Captain Rened's sign, the pirate theme plays. I thought this was interesting. Obviously, the captain was a pirate, but still, we had really associated this theme with a specific group of pirates that we had met before. The occurrence of the theme here really ties all pirates together, no matter if they're part of the same clan or not, which also releases some of the threat that the theme had carried up until this point, since the kids seem to be all following the theme now, not just running from it. Cutting back to the boys fleeing, the chase music enters again but stops as the group is cornered. Giacchino Mickey Mouses the guards as they fall with falling lines in the flute, maintaining the comical feel of a tense moment. As Cathalops bashes the cover to the underground lair, the harmony, not the theme, but just the harmony to the theme of mystery plays, teasing our anticipation. As the pirates arrive on the Lupa, comforting music welcomes them, as it does everyone. But as they blast the escort vehicles, the pirate theme takes over, bringing the threat of the theme back once more. As they read the hint to the lair, the pirate theme enters as more of a seduction again in the flute, pulling them, not chasing them. As Jod throws the last Old Republic credit into the pool of acid, the music builds in suspense, but it stops as nothing happens at first. As the acid leaves though, the crew is finally rewarded with the theme of mystery as the next mystery on their path is uncovered. And as they enter the lair and see all of the treasure, the pirate theme welcomes them along with everything it promises. It comes back again as it tempts them like pirates to take the treasure.
Stop. Don't touch anything.
The coordinates will be hidden in the captain's data log.
But as Wim sees his ultimate temptation in a lightsaber, the crew's theme and the theme of adventure enters. It's quickly interrupted though as the pirates attempt to break in. As SM-33 searches the databank, the music turns like a processor searching for a specific command. But as he finds At-Aten, the crew's theme of adventure enters triumphantly. As Jod challenges Fern to be captain, string tremolos and lows enter to accompany the threat he now brings. As she attacks him, the music picks up as he quickly outmatches her. But then, as Wim bravely stands up, a lone warrior against a more powerful foe, the horn heroically takes up the crew's theme of adventure. The music builds from there, bigger and bigger, until Wim is still a child. And this is really Captain Rened's fault. You should always have your lightsaber properly stored and locked away and not sitting out somewhere that a child could find. As SM-33 turns against the kids, a more menacing version of his theme enters before the kids quickly escape. And as Jod grabs the lightsaber with the Force, his theme menacingly enters in the brass to end the episode. This was actually my favorite episode so far. It was full of action, it had character interactions while continuing to hint at Jod's true self, and was full of humor and continued a tight story. But I absolutely would love to know what all of you think. What do you think Jod will ultimately do? Will he redeem himself or will he remain a true pirate? And who do you think Captain Rened is? Why do you think we couldn't see his face?
What's wrong with the picture?
Tell me in the comments below what you think, and consider checking out my Patreon page using the link in the description, where you can help support this channel for as little as $1 a month, or download PDFs and MP3s of projects as I complete them, along with other perks at higher tiers. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn more about the music of a galaxy far, far away, and as always, may the be with you.